The last eagle, a legion's final stand the year, was Onina Digles, mist-shrouded forests of Germania. 3 Roman legions marched east, their red standards cutting through the gray dawn. At their head rode Publius Quintilius Varus, the imperial governor, proud and certain of Rome's power. Behind him, the soldiers of the 17, 18, and 19 legions tramped, armored in bronze and discipline, their eagle standards glinting like small suns. For days, the forest had whispered of unease, strange silences, flickering shadows, and the uneasy knowledge that they were deep in hostile lands. But Varus paid no heed. He trusted Arminius, the Germanic prince at his side, a man Rome had raised, taught, and trusted. But Arminius was no Romang at heart. On the night of the ambush, the heavens opened in a downpour. Roads turned to rivers of mud, supply wagons sank, and shields grew heavy with wet leather. The legionaries cursed the gods and pressed on, unaware they were marching into a trap centuries would remember. At dawn, the forest came alive. From the trees burst thousands of Germanic warriors, their faces streaked with ash, their hair wild, spears and axes raised high. The Romans wheeled to form ranks, but the terrain betrayed them. The dense woods broke their formations, the rain dulled their boughs, and the wagons blocked retreat. Legate Marcus Atilius of the 19 bellowed orders, trying to rally his men. He could see the eagle standard, the symbol of Rome, of empire, of unbreakable might, held high above the chaos. If they could only hold the line, only keep the eagle aloft, they might yet survive. For 2 days the Romans fought. Men slipped in mud, horses panicked, shields shattered under the weight of relentless blows. Arminius himself was seen on the ridges, a dark figure commanding the storm. Slowly, the legions were ground to nothing. Verus fell on his own sword when he saw the end. On the 3rd day, only a thin line remained. Marcus, bloodied and hoarse, stood with what was left of the 19. Around him, the dead lay in heaps. The eagle standard sagged, its bearer fallen. Marcus seized it, holding it high with trembling hands. "We are Rome," he roared to the survivors. "Remember who you are." The men closed ranks, a living wall of battered armor, a last defiance. When the final charge came, they met it with a fury born of pride and desperation. When it was over, the forest grew still again. The last eagle of the 19 was gone, fallen into enemy hands, the legions annihilated. But legends spread, of a final stand, of Romans who fought to the last man, who held the eagle aloft even as the world collapsed around them. For years, Rome mourned the disaster of Teutoburg Forest. But in the memory of those who survived, and those who told the tale, the name of Marcus Atilius and the last stand of the 19 lived on. They had lost the eagle, but they had not lost their honor.